We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Oof.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
You
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
filthy bastard. Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff, and this is episode 20 of LA Noire. Last time we completed the fourth case on the homicide desk, the White Shoe slaying, in which yet another woman was murdered and left on a hillside, with the case concluding with evidence pointed towards a homeless veteran. We've been tasked with solving another murder near the train tracks, but first need to investigate a pawn shop where Deirdre Muller's rings have been handed in. Okay, so, quite the interesting plot twist. Not just onto another murder, but,
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring.
Deirdre Muller.
The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
And of course we've gone through all the outfits now. I've shown off all the ones. So let's get a golden boy suit. Actually no, that's our traffic, isn't it? This is our homicide, I think. I'll be wrong there, but it's fine. So let's go and pay a visit to the pawn shop. Which is where exactly? It's all around the corner. Cool.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
We didn't. It wasn't Hugo Moll that we handed in. That we blamed. It was Eli Rooney. I don't know if that's just an oversight with the script or what. I don't know. But let's get this over and done with. I'm not liking. Also, even though I've maintained that we've still not got to a point that I haven't played this before.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'll finish in a second.
Do you have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give it?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
God.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay. That's the wedding band.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Okay.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I have played up to and including the last case on homicide at some point. Which I mean, it could quite well have been about 10 years ago that I did those. Playing on the PS4, which is the version I've got now. Obviously I'm playing it on the PS5, but it's the same game. The last case that I did was the White Shoe slaying, which I played about maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
So I remember very little about this quest or the next one. Case, obviously.
The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letters. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like his one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Any central unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Okay, we need to get into the train tracks, which I believe. It's then this way. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Come on. Oh, God. Okay.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it.
Oh. Okay, well, get the general gist. Oof. Well, another closed one.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure
Remember the racism.
Jameson stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Do we talk to this guy straight away? No. We go and investigate first. Alright. Hey boss, can we talk to you?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Rope.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Oof.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Okay. Missing ring.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay, I think that's everything. Okay. Oop, sorry, Crothers. Right, what do we got here? Shopping list.
It's shit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Okay. Yet another bar.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
God damn. There really is a lot of bars, aren't there? That's got to be something, hasn't it? Okay.
Go
Keystone
over to the
Company.
lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Dear Evelyn, I hope this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged, you had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse, I am writing to apologise. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl, and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty above us has the right to judge.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
And so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with the sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. It will not. No doubt the person who will end up putting down for this crime has that second half of that letter on their possession. Okay, that looks like it's it. Handbag, part on letter, that job, check the notebook, piece of paper. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to talk to this gentleman first.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your detail?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Who's this? Is it this creep over here? You?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Oof.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
You
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
filthy bastard. Oh.
Classic Carmine.
Okay, it's been used, but it doesn't like egregiously.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Yet. Creep.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
I'm gonna go with bad cop on that one. Oh, no. Apparently that's just good cop.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
I
You're
wanna
under
let him.
arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Fine. You get this sack of shit into a cell, I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
I don't agree with Rusty on a lot of things, but he did need a good punch in the face then. Right, let's go to the game well. Find out what the hell's going on.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta give props to that lady. She works bloody quick. I was taking the piss last episode by like pretending to like chip my watch because she's taking that. But you know what? In the context of everything, she knows her stuff. Okay, we're gonna go to Mensch's bar first, apparently. So, and where might that be? A bit of a trek. I assume Rusty's gonna have some comments though, so we'll hear what he has to say. Let him rest those weary knuckles that he's just taken out on that guy. Okay, this is going to be an adventure. Can we get through the gap? Can we get through the gap? Yes, we can. There you
Read
go.
that those goddamn
Beautiful.
Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Like that, we overthrew. You didn't overthrow the king, did you? It wasn't a revolution. Well, I mean, it was a revolution. Of course, there's a revolution. But I mean, you didn't take out the king. You just declared independence. There's a bit of a difference. Anywho, right. Let's head to the bar. All right, Mensch's bar, 11:25 a.m.
fellas.
Soundtrack is so underrated.
Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
Yeah, a bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Okay, well, you say a bunch of these guys. I see one guy. Oh, wait, no, there's another guy there. Hello.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Rusty, do you want to do the honors? Okay, who are you, sir?
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
Clearly
How
it's
well did you
moving
know her?
him greatly.
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home. Writing.
That's got bad cop written all over it.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay, is that it? Okay, that is it. Alright. Right, let's have a look at our locations. And that's still not marked off. I don't know if I'm going to return. Oh, yeah, we are going to end up returning it. That's fine. Okay, let's go to the liquor store. Which is where? That's all around the corner. Good stuff. Right, come on, Rusty.
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
My shirt is firmly on.
What did you make of
Guys,
McCaffrey?
sus as anything.
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
Doesn't have any comments regarding that. I mean, you know, I completely support the idea of workers' rights and striking and all that. I feel like me and most of the characters in this game would not get along at all. But, yeah. The dude himself is a bit of a creep. Can't be denied. Very sleuthy, his music.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Is this where she was living? I don't know.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
No, he's not.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
What was that?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Okay.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Okay. Take it. Oh, and then for the bowling alley.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did
I almost thought.
drink in her spare time.
And I was picking up and thinking this is going to include like this isn't relevant to the case. I'm like, oh yeah, no, there is a bowling alley involved, isn't there? Oh. I want to see. Oh. Oh, okay, that's not where I was looking, but sure.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books
McCaffrey.
from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
I think you were more than just a little bit aware of her. Someone telling pokies. Oh, apparently that's it. That's sister. Okay. No comment apparently. Okay, no, that's everything. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Robbins. Did he go back at the shot there? There he is. Hello.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
I feel like that's good cop.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy.
It's gonna be McCaffrey, isn't it?
She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Are you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Okay, again, I don't see any reason to doubt that.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her stay here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
I feel like there's more to that.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Mr. Melancholy. I mean, yes, fair enough. I feel like an arsehole for making a comment like that, but you know. Okay. Going back to the bar, apparently.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
I think we can. Because the guide tells me that's exactly what I need to do. We need to go pay another visit to McCaffrey first. In fact, it's got it bold and underlined. You must drive back to Mensch's bar.
Any Central units, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by.
We'll get to it in a little bit, don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, wow. Okay. Right, you mucker. I have another question for you.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
The book.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
There's a book with your bloody name in it, mate.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
I don't know. I feel like it's this git. I mean, I've not even met Tiernan, but still. I still think it's him. Okay. Right. Now we're going to the station. And thankfully it doesn't look like we're going to have to come back to Mensch's. So, where is the station? A little bit away. Okay. I get the feeling this is going to be a Black Dahlia update. Doesn't usually call us back unless it's to interrogate someone, and that's when he's like, oh yeah, we've got this guy, he's been held for you.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Doesn't sound good. Okay.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Well, we know. Rusty knows where he's going. I don't.
Put him down with my sap. I think his name is...
Right, spooky woogie woogie.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did he say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray? As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, fellas. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
I don't like this.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey where he's blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
I'm sorry, pal.
I want to make homicide.
Alright.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Well, I don't believe we're doing that yet. I think, first of all, we're going to pop into the bowling alley. Am I correct in that? I am correct in that assumption.
Let me pose a question. Depends what you got to do with.
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.